Welcome to another Ecom Power podcast. Hi, Michal. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're gonna have our some updates today and the Q&A, and you guys can just ask questions. We want you more involved, so come and join us every other Thursday when we have the chance just to talk about everything Walmart.
Yeah, now it looks like, I'm not sure, Kelsey, you could probably confirm this, but looks like our Facebook feeds are dead right now. So YouTube's about the only channel you can get a hold of us. Now, let's just go over. So, Kelsey, I don't know if you can work on that.
Yeah, I'll try restreaming it to it, but it's right now it's just YouTube.
All right. So we'll be recording, we'll be recording the podcast anyways. So, Michal, what's happening? What's new?
There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you missed like 2 weeks ago, and it was big updates. So I recommend to go and see the episode. There was 2 weeks ago, so like the beginning of February. We were talking about brand store. That is, I think, super excited to have the option to display your brand in this beautiful homepage that is just for your brand. I think that was something that I was waiting for a long time. I knew it's there. I knew some big brands already were on the beta on that, and I saw that it was beautiful. So now it's available to everyone. So it's really exciting. Everyone, but again, they still have limitation. You need to be a brand. You need to be brand register, and you can find it under. Surprisingly, it's gonna be under your Walmart Connect account. That's where you do your advertisement. So that's where you find all the details. So again, go back and check out this episode. Just put your questions.
The other thing too is, just as I got on, I received an email from Walmart about some new news about Walmart Connect and some increases in fees. So we might want to check that out. I literally just saw it as I was coming.
This just came in fresh.
Yeah, it just came in. And also some big news, because I guess of the success of the last podcast with you and Talor, you're doing a webinar in next week on the 28th.
Yeah, we noticed that our episodes talking about retail, especially the one with Talor, had a lot of views. People really love that topic. I think it's just that scarcity because, you have a brand, you work so hard. It is a hard work. I really admire everybody that, build a nice big brand. It is so much work, and you depend on Amazon, or you depend on, whatever, and you have to grow it. You cannot just depend on, one marketplace or even two or even three. If your brand can go to retail, why not? Why not to go there? So I really love it. And, and when a lot of people think retail, and what I like about his topic is that the fact that, he said, I think more than 30,000 chain stores in the US. Right? That's insane.
Yeah.
So if you approach, even just one cup, small percent, and you get accepted to one chain, it's nice. It's already, you will have like another nice streams of income for your brand. So you can find a chain that it's a good fit for you, because there are chains for, home good, for sports, for outdoors, for, every category. There's kind of chain, and there's the big retail like Target and Walmart and Macy's and all of those. And I'm sure most of your products can fit somewhere.
Right. And again, when is it? It's next week.
It's next Wednesday. I think it's the 28th or 28th, I think.
At what time?
And that's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, very good. So let's get on with these updates. Why don't you start?
Yes, yes, yes. So, okay, there is again Walmart. It's very important that you guys always look at those webinars Walmart is doing, because I think most of them they're kind of good. There's always something new to learn. So if you're from those people that like trying to, get more and more information about Walmart, there is another webinar they're doing soon. It's in March 6th. So expect to hear about anything from exciting product launches to solution to important changes that will affect the way you do business on Walmart.com. So I guess they're gonna probably share a lot of new updates. So
Yeah.
I should definitely watch that one. So
And
uh,
that's the other thing that email I took a look at. They're having a few different webinars that they're going to be providing live. So that's going to help too.
yes, I had a very interesting conversation yesterday. We had a meeting in our Walmart mastermind, and I was talking about the fact that, now in your Walmart account, if you have Walmart Canada and Walmart Mexico, in one account, you can switch from, the different accounts. You don't need to log in again and again. And we just had that really interesting conversation about, should I sell in Canada? Should I sell in Mexico? What's the opportunities? What should I sell? And I understand those questions because we don't have much tools. Now we're kind of good with the tools for the .com. We can kind of see, the volume of people selling, the volume of the searches, and what your competition is doing, and a lot of really good data that can help you make a good decision, what to sell, how to sell, what price. And I don't know, Norm, do you know any tools that kind of show you something for Walmart Canada or Mexico? Because I'm not sure I know any. So that was very, very interesting conversation. And then I remember that, like a year ago, it was a time that Walmart always used to do webinar about, how to enter Walmart Canada, and a lot of really interesting information that helped seller to, and they stopped. So I don't know if it's not on their priority list or something, but it's like it was very quiet. I think the last year with that topic, and I'm like, oh, we probably should, kind of talk to Walmart and see what's going on with that, because I think people are very interested in, those selling on Mexico, selling on Canada, and there is opportunities there. But again, there is not much tools, so we don't really have a lot of data, and there is no WFS in none of those countries. So I think that's another, big limitation for sellers.
Yeah. So, and I don't know any tools off the top of my head. Again, we can start to look for that and provide that maybe on another Q&A or provide it in the group.
Yeah.
Now, I've got an interesting update and one that I really love. I always talk about B2B, and it's the missing element. Just give you an example from the other platform. I had a company that was doing PPE, and they were selling these one pack of 10. And I told them we should just create multiple tiers, 10, 25, 100 of these one packs. And it turned out that the one pack sales were okay. Now, this is pre-COVID, but what ended up happening is these wholesalers ended up starting to buy 25, 50, and 100 packs, and a lot of 100 packs. So it actually took over the amount of sales that were sold. And this is something that the person would not have done if it wasn't us kind of prodding them to get into B2B. Well, Walmart has this now where this is Walmart's new Walmart Business Now, and you can expand the reach of your business or your nonprofit customers by selling on this business site. Now, it is an enrollment program. The enrollment is pretty simple, and it's open to all sellers. So you can all apply. And it's a streamlined process. So all you have to do is just enroll. It's very quick. You have to have the ability to sell items directly to businesses. And although it states incremental growth opportunities, if you hit the right opportunity, if you get the word out there to different wholesalers or different businesses that will buy quantities, I think you could do fantastic. I was really excited to hear that this is happening now. So I'm just going to go through some of the requirements. And if you have any questions about this, let me know. I can tell you, I know B2B off the back of my hand from the other platform, B2B Central, but this one is still fairly new, but I can give you some insight on just the opportunity. And I think it's huge if done right. And especially in some niches, other niches, not so much. But okay, so let's just go through the requirements. And I just want to make sure I get them right. So I'm going to go off of the slide. So be an active Walmart marketplace. You have to be in good standings. You have to have an excellent order fulfillment rate. You have to be able to provide excellent customer service, provide results selling on Walmart.com, and have products suitable for business customers. So, like I said, not all products will be, good for this, but you'll be surprised at. I'll give you another example. One of my clients has shampoo and conditioner, and we sell a ton of this. And I guess it's just going to salons, but it's B2B on that other platform and also on eBay, believe it or not. So again, it's going by wholesale. Like people are buying these in multiples. So just check it out. You'll be surprised at the extra sales that are out there.
I cannot agree more with what you're saying here. Walmart is very excited about this program because they know. So let's say, a lot of like schools or hospitals, they have a buyer that need to buy all this supply. So in the past, they used to have, like they used to go to a store or make an order from, somebody. But now a lot of them, they just do it online because it's so much easier. And they have access to the same prices or even better prices. So think about that. Those are your clients. They're going to buy in bulk. Everything you're selling, they're going to buy in bulk. So if you sell anything that is a good fit, you definitely have to enroll into Walmart Business.
Right.
All right, let's go to our next update. So this is just, I just recently heard about it. I cannot tell you what does it mean. Hopefully they're going to start showing that rank on the website itself, because one of the things that we don't have on Walmart is that we can go to a specific item, scroll down and see the rank, right? What's the rank of it? How does it sell? What category? What's Amazon doing really good job in showing us rank. So this is very exciting, guys. So go to your account, go to growth opportunities, okay? And then under growth opportunities, there's a couple of tabs. One of them is a search insight. So you go to the search insight, and then you're going to see your product, and then it's going to show you the rank of your product, okay? So it's right there. So again, it's good, but I want to see it with all the product. Like, how can I see now the rank with other products? But now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I can just add something to my account just so I can see the rank, right? Maybe. But I hope that's the beginning of something with the rank. So go and see the rank. I think that's really exciting features. And go look it up. Tell us what you think. Do you see it? I want to hear your feedback. So let's see what they're saying here. So then you can download the Search Insight report, and you can find more information like the sales rank and historical trends for each item, as well as keyword recommendation for your catalog. That's the thing I love about Walmart. They're trying to give you everything. You don't need to be an expert in knowing how to optimize your listing or knowing the keywords. They have all these tools like the quality tool that they show you exactly what you need to fix in your listing. And now they're telling you there is a report that you can see a keyword recommendation. I love that. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It just seems that uh, they try to do a lot more than other platforms. So, like the listing optimization, right? The quality listing score. I mean, how that's so incredible. And then just going into their help center, that's also a really great feature of Walmart. You can go into their help center and you get checklists and you get tutorials that are much better than what I've seen from other players out there. So they're trying. And are they getting it right 100% of the time? No. Can they be frustrating sometimes? Yes. But
Yeah.
again, they're doing their best.
Yeah, that's the thing. They are trying, and they do have big chunk of their budget going to grow their e-commerce and the seller account and all the features, and make sure it's like, less glitches and problems. But like you say, it is can be very frustrating sometimes, and I see a lot of people kind of sometimes just giving up on Walmart. It's very sad for me because I know they will regret it in 2-3 years from now when Walmart is going to explode.
Yeah.
And all their competition is going to make millions there, and then they say, oh, we should have hang on. Just hang on. I know it's not the same as Amazon, and I think that's maybe the problem, that you come from Amazon, and if you're very successful on Amazon and you come to Walmart and it's not the same result, it's people think it's just not worth their time. And I do understand, but I think people should just hang on and wait for the right moment when there's going to be, this marketplace is continue growing faster than any e-commerce out there. That's for sure.
Well, I think Michael Lieber said, we talked about it during our podcast last week, and what he was finding. So he's on Walmart. He's just, his primary business is Walmart, and the main reason, and he's being very successful, and his clients have been very successful. But what he's found is that when he's brought on the client, we've seen this too, Michal, is that they're just set up wrong. And they're frustrated, or you hear people that are ticked off. There are some that their products just aren't suited, but there are a lot of people that are out there that just haven't done it right. So they get ticked off because they don't understand the beast. And just like Amazon, if you don't understand it, and this is completely different than Amazon, well, guess what? You're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
So there are ways that you can, and you gave an example last week where you had a client that was doing about $10,000 a month, and you optimized their account. And what was it, 100 and some odd
No, it was
$1,000?
like, it was the whole deal. So if you come to Walmart and you do this right, and you're really your item are really good fit, and Walmart recognize it, they're taking you hand in hand. They will take your hand, and they will do everything they can from their side to help you grow, as long as you follow. They will give you a whole list of things you need to do. So when you get an account manager, but you can do it even without, but that example was specifically that they did everything right. They added a lot of SKUs. Walmart always wanted to add a lot of offers. And if you don't have a lot of offers, we can create another offer. Like you say, if you sell shampoo and conditioner, let's make a bundle. Now do 10-pack, 2-pack, 3-pack. There's always, you can create more and more offers. I think that's like one of the most important things. You have to have good offers on Walmart. The second thing, you have to be understanding the guidelines. You have to be well optimized. You have to be prepared to spend some money on ads. Right now, upload videos. And again, if you're lucky and you do get an account manager that is a strategic account manager, they will help you showing up on flash deals and different promotions. They will help you get some more traffic. They can do many things for you. And I did see many accounts, but that one specifically went from 10K to 144K. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So our next update, and I just put I just mentioned in the comment section that if you're new to this, we take questions, we answer all your questions just at the end of the updates. So we've got a few updates still to go, and then we have a bunch of questions, so we'll get right to
Yes.
them. So, okay, so I'm going to be talking about a little bit of security. Everybody's worried about security, especially if you're bringing on new people, or if there are, you'll see that people are worried about their account protection. So they've gone ahead, and if you have multi-factor authentication enabled, well, now whenever you add anybody, you'll have to give a one-time one-time passcode. So what this is doing, it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but this is Walmart saying this is what we're going to do to help protect you, so we know it's the actual owner of the account allowing for a new person in. So I think that's great. I know the other platform doesn't do that. Well, I haven't seen that. So this is just a way that it stops unauthorized users from hijacking your account. So a bit of a pain, but it's kind of good news. I think it's
Yeah,
good news.
I agree. We have to, be very careful. I just saw yesterday we had like a group here, local group, and somebody hacked to one Facebook account and message everyone, and then told them that they have to find one friend to send them a password to log into their account, and then everybody that did that got their account hacked. I'm like, these things still happening. People still falling for all this stuff, and it just remind me how much we have to be careful with all our platforms.
Do you remember? Well, do you remember? But you know Wilfred, right? Wilfred Lightheart,
Yes.
Digital Blacksmiths. So we were partners, and we got our Facebook account hacked. Well, we're pretty savvy, especially Wilfred, and we had an account there. We had 5 million people in one community, 3 million in another. And to this day, and there was plenty of other communities that we had, the hacker or Facebook still will not give us our account back.
That's crazy.
It shut our business down. So be very careful. Again, we thought we had all the contacts in the world over at Facebook. Basically, they have told us that we're fake. And I don't know about you, but I kind of am flesh and bone here. So they would not reinstate it, even though we could prove that we were the people that owned the account. So this is why I like this sort of safety, especially right now with everything that's going on. So
yeah, I agree.
all right, what's the next update, Michal?
Unlock better FedEx shipping rates with cheaper Walmart. So I don't know if you guys using it. I don't know how many of you do merchant fulfill. I still have a little bit inventory that still stay on merchant fulfill. So when I go, I ship just directly from Walmart, and the prices are good. It's kind of the lowest prices, similar to Amazon, and they're saying now that they even got better rate with FedEx. So I love that. So usually FedEx, if it's something that is not like less than £1, it usually the rate will be $8 for 2-day shipping, $8 to $10. That's not bad. And USPS will be $4, $5, $6 if it's under £1, and will go over $8 if it's more. So I think the fact that Walmart is giving you to create shipping label from your account and giving you good rates, I think that's like one of the things that that really help sellers.
Right.
Because a lot of people they start and they're not sure about WFS, so just throw your merchandise, fulfill it yourself, really feel comfortable. Although I think you directly need to start with WFS because it will get you more sales. But again, it's really your option. There's so many sellers, people selling so many different things so it's good to have all these options.
Yeah. And Kelsey, I wonder if Mom had anything to do with that. Connie works at FedEx.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know.
There you go. She probably muscled in and got us better rates. Okay, so last update, and I was waiting for this to happen because I know over the period of time, and this is why I encourage people to get onto Walmart early. But this is one thing that's changed and being caught up to the other platform, and that is the authentication claims. So I'm in soap. I am in a lot of beauty products, but soap. And I've had my product suspended and pushed down. And because when I first got it going, what is a claim? All of a sudden you're saying that this is good or will help cure. Don't ever say that. But for psoriasis or eczema, takes away brown spots. There's so many things you can't say in a listing. And I learned over the years that, there are certain things you can say, certain things you can't say. So any type of authentication claims, this is a cure for cancer. This will take away brown spots. You can't do that. Yeah. So they've caught up to Amazon. And if you're listening right now and you said, wow, this isn't news. Well, it started in December. So the late December 2023, it started, but they're being more and more aggressive, just like Amazon. They're all over because of lawsuits. So they don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I can tell you they say December 2022 in last year, but it's much before that, because we have a lot of clients that selling supplements or over the counter, different kind of like drugs and stuff like that. And those are so challenging, super challenging. And we right now learn for the last year, there's so many words you cannot use. Simple word is pain. I cannot put pain in the title, I cannot use that word. And there's many. There's so many. And sometimes we have clients coming to us just for that reason, because they cannot get their listing to upload to Walmart because it's keep on telling them it's prohibited, right? Because they're using those words and they know there's so many other people selling that product, right? So it's kind of a problem. And I will tell you another something that is kind of that, I'm telling people. So we have a couple of clients that are selling a product, we're trying to put it on Walmart. We keep on hearing from Walmart, it's prohibited. And then at the same time, there is so many other brands or sellers selling the exact same product and using those words that we cannot use. So what I think is just because they're got in there many years ago, they kind of, like safe or under the radar. But when you try to upload, now the system is recognizing, because, it's kind of see all the new rules Walmart have and what word and which product they want or don't want. So it's kind of a little frustrating, especially for the brand, because they don't understand why, they can sell and I cannot sell. But like you said, they're catching up with Amazon, and it is, some items, it is a challenge.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Kels, I think we have 4 questions right now.
Yeah, we have 5 actually coming in. So we'll start off with these questions. If you do have questions about selling on Walmart, just make sure you get them over in the comment sections. And first one is from Nathan. Hey guys, I have had trouble getting accepted into the Walmart Seller Center. I filled out all of the required information. Do you have any tips at all?
Do we?
Yeah. You want to start?
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm going to go back to our video that we did, and that is addresses are key. So you're going to have to upload your W-9 and EIN number. But some of the times, what we found a lot of the times is it's simple. Something doesn't match. Either your name doesn't match, your address doesn't match, which is very important. It could be the address on your website, if you've put that down, doesn't match. But one of the other things that is very important is if you applied with a Gmail address.
Oh, yeah.
Walmart wants to see that you're a true brand. And anybody who's applying with a Gmail address, It doesn't really look like they're taking this too serious. Another one, and I don't know if they fixed this or not, but you remember back in the day when you had to have a very specific link to your Amazon store,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't the typical one. You know, you had to
Mm-hmm.
have something a little bit different. So we laid it out, but that was also, if they couldn't see that you were selling, then they wouldn't, and they're not going to spend hours trying to figure it out. So they want a link. They want to go over to Amazon. They want to check it out, or Shopify. They want to make sure that you're an experienced seller. If you're brand new, that's another thing that they'll probably pass you by unless it's something just incredible that they want to buy.
So, if you think you're a good fit, you really, what I want to say is just hang on and try to do your best. So what does it mean? You're a seller, you have something like Amazon, Shopify, anything like that, and your brand is fine, everything is good, and you got rejected from any reason. And you wanna stop and look at everything because you fill up, W9, you have your Amazon, maybe you have a website, start to see if everything's showing up the same, your company name, your address, between everything. Because if they cannot confirm you claiming to be the owner of the store and the website, if they cannot confirm that, the system right away is gonna deny it. So it's not even being observed by a person, it's something just gonna get cut by the system because they cannot. This is why it's good to do an appeal. So when you do an appeal, it's actually going to be reviewed by a person that can kind of understand what you did wrong. And I'm telling people all the time, I have so many people, like we have at least once or two people coming every week when they get rejected, and ask them, what did you do wrong? And it's like, no, everything. And then when we have conversation, it's like, oh yeah, I have an account a couple years ago, I did drop shipping, they closed my account, or this one is, he have address that is not matching. And then I hear all the stories, and then like, okay, so this is why you got denied, because they're really strict. They're strict as verifying your company with the IRS. They're strict as looking at your company and make sure there's no bankruptcy and there's no that your name doesn't have any record. This is like, it's ridiculous, but this is how strict they are. And that your name is not related to any account that was suspended or got terminated in the past. Because a lot of people, they had account, they lost it, and they come in and trying again. And or a lot of people, what they do, they think that if they're going to apply again and again with different email address, that this system is way too sophisticated. Don't do that.
I found that out.
Do an appeal, and the appeal need to include exactly, you explain, oh, I think the first time I appealed, I have the address wrong, we fixed the address, or I think, let them know exactly, because again, as a person is going to see that, let them know exactly what happened, attach all your documents. And when we do that, 99% it's going to get approved, unless there is a really problem they see. Sometimes they will tell me, sometimes not. So, but most of the cases, if you're a good fit, you should be just fine.
Right. All right, Kels.
Okay, next one is from Haven Finds. Hello, I've been having an issue for more than a month now where I keep getting denied, even though it seems as if all my information is correct. What should I do? Thanks.
Oh, we just answered that one.
That.
Yeah.
We just covered that. Again, the only thing I can tell you, you can contact me. This is one of the services. We can help you. We make sure there's people. We have our own team at Walmart as a Walmart approved agency. We are able to communicate directly with them and see, what they're saying. Where's the problem?
Okay, let's try this one from Haven Finds. What would be the best and most profitable and saturated category to start selling products compared to Amazon?
So just the best things that you could sell the best things you could sell and saturated category.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure I got
so it. Haven Finds, are you talking about you want to get into a saturated category like supplements, or?
I think it's what's the most profitable, and then what's the saturated market? What should they stay away from?
Oh, okay. All right. So, we have an app called Wallysmarter, and you can go over there, and you could take a look at the different categories. You could see the profitability. It's very, very simple to use, and that is something that is very unique to that app. So it's called Wallysmarter. We could throw it up there, but you can, depending on where you go. Like for me, I love going into beauty products because I take a look at what's really cheap, what looks cheap on Amazon or on Walmart, and what can I bring up to a higher perceived value. So even if there are really cheap, I'll give you like knives. So you can go out and you can get a knife and you could pay $19.99 or you can pay $400. So I take a look at where can I be and what's the cost of those knives. And this example that I'm going to give you is one that we've recently done, well, a couple of years ago, but a $16 knife that was the average sale price was $29 to $49 on Amazon. We got the customer, we looked at the customer's packaging and it sucked. It was terrible. So all we did was spend $1.25, a little bit more maybe on the packaging, made it look a little bit more higher perception, got the better images, got a better description, put it up there, and we ended up selling it. Sells today at $99 to $124. Then we went back to the manufacturer and always leverage the manufacturer. What's the latest trend? If this is in black, can I get it in green? Just find a different color, find a different material. And all we did is take that knife and we hammered it. So it just looked like there was hammer marks on the knife blade. It's just another style. It was still $16. We put it into a wood box and now we called it the premium. So it came in white boxes for the regular, black boxes with gold for the premium, and with a really beautiful wooden box. You had to kind of unveil the knife, and that went for $224. So you can do the same thing on Walmart with a variety, like most items, your beauty products, Dead Sea Mud. You can buy it literally on the other platform for $7 for 16 ounces or $95 for a 3.5 ounce bottle. What's the difference? It's mud. It's from the Dead Sea. So yeah, I like playing the perception game.
I really, really love that example because one of the tips here inside is find an item that if you make it better, people will be willing to pay more. Not everything. Like if you sell, I don't know, just garlic crusher. It's a basic item. People know it's working. Why somebody will pay $100? But if you find any item that makes sense or it's a nice gift, or people will pay more.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. A lot of those items in many, many platforms, they're not packed right, they're not brand right, and they're missing out. I just had a client we were working on building her brand and finding, she had somebody that gave her so much misleading information. She actually found a really, really good product, like really good product. I cannot tell you how good it is. And then the guy she was working with, he told her to in the beginning, he told her this item should sell in $16.99, and then when she didn't pick too much sales, he lowered the price to like $11.99. All right, so then she sold out, right? She sold everything. She sold a lot, like 30, 50 units a day. And then she's out of that and she's working with me on a new product. And I'm like, why would we do a new product? This is a winner product. And then we go and we look on Amazon on the guy that sells the bestest product. And he had the exact same product because, they're all coming from the same manufacturer in China. And his product doesn't even have her product looks much better quality than his. His looks, and guess for how much he's selling it?
What?
$26.99. And guess how much he making a month?
How much?
$48,000.
Yeah.
This is exactly this is what we're talking about. You need to pack it, and not just pack it. Is like the way you create your listing and images have to reflect the quality
Absolutely.
of the item, and then you can charge more. And her product and his product are exact same product. He just packed it better and did, you know, a lot of other things to get that traffic and get his ranking. And now he's selling in $48,000 a month.
Yeah. So perception, like you said, Michal, you can have incredible images, but a terrible product, and you get 1-star reviews. You can have really poor images and have a very high price, but you have a superior product and it won't sell. So you really have to go out there. One of the strategies we use, and I've been teaching Kelsey about this, and that's the 3-tier strategy. There on every product. And the case study I did this on was Dead Sea Mud. So the first tier, there's 3 tiers in every search that you do. And you'll see that the bottom dwellers, so these are the guys that need to trade a lot to make a penny. And Dead Sea Mud range from $6 something, so $7, up to, it was very low, like 14 something. And they were all 8 or 16 ounce jars. The next level, and there'll be prices that fluctuate in between, was $29 to $44. That's where the range was. And then the next level, and you could see the difference in perception going up just in the quality. The next level was $79 to $95. And the difference was that $95 product was only 3.5 ounces, a very well-known brand in Israel. But this thing was, everything about the listing was fantastic. So we always, and this goes back to that question, if you want to go and check out, let's say like the killer categories, baby, pets, outdoor, kitchen utensils, these are ones where you can make a lot of money. We have a pet bed that sells between $150 and $200 and some odd dollars. Does fantastic on Amazon, but it's, the pet bed. It didn't sell on Walmart because we couldn't get the perception and the consumer, we couldn't get it to go on Amazon. So if we had a less expensive, by looking at the 3-tier structure, I would have figured that out easily. But on Amazon, 3-tier structure, we got it, we nailed it. Like that knife, just to go back, we saw that the knives were going between $19 and $49. Then we saw that they went up to, what was it? I think it was $144. And then the next tier went up to $400. So when we priced at $224, we were in the lower end of the highest tier. So we knew people were buying. We saw the traffic, and you just can't come up with a price. You have to do your research and competitive analysis, or it's like just throwing a dart.
Yeah. But a good point that you mentioned here is that the dog bed seems doing amazing on Amazon and not so good on Walmart, because it still doesn't have the same traffic Amazon have. It's not going to do well with any product. You will see products making millions. I show many times examples of items that making more money on Walmart than Amazon. There is a lot of items like that. People are surprised, but there is, because you need to think about your customer, because if you live in the US, you know Walmart. So think, why would I go to Walmart, right? Why would I go? Oh, I need, I'm going camping. I need a couple of things. I'm going to go grab it in Walmart, right? I need, groceries, supplements. I need socks, basic stuff, doing amazing on Walmart. Things that are sometimes more niche, I would call it sophisticated or a little bit high ticket price, like a dog bed. Right now, there is not a lot of people coming to Walmart.com. They want to spend $150 on a dog bed. Now, is it going to change one day? I absolutely believe it will, because Walmart customer base is growing rapidly. So what's going to happen is those customers will be on Walmart.com as well.
Right. Yep.
I hope we answered your question. But if not, it was good stuff in here. So I hope you took notes.
I do want to jump in on this other question that Amanda has down below. I just noticed how much of your model is RA, so retail arbitrage. I do zero. I'm a private label person. However, somebody else on this call kills it on retail arbitrage.
Oh yeah. I have folks in my mastermind. They're making between 70 to 100K a month, pure retail arbitrage. Pure.
Yeah.
Just retail arbitrage. And guess what? From just one store that also owns by Walmart. So I told them too much already. It's just ridiculous. Like, if you know what you're doing, and that's what we were talking about. A little tip I'm going to give you, and I hope I'm not going to share too much. The secret of new offers, bundles, multi-pack. If you want to make a lot of money on Walmart, you have to get out of your comfort zone and do the stuff that other people don't do. Simple as that.
All right, Kels. Looks like there's a bunch of questions that came in.
There are. So the next question, let's do one from our Facebook user. I believe this is Allison. When you created the knife retail packaging and brand, did you have to create your own private label with legal paperwork, or just import it from China and sell it as generic?
I don't quite understand that. So we did. The knife was from China using Japanese steel.
She's trying to ask if it's like if you created the brand, or you just get something from China and kind of brand it, like if it was like, how much work you put into that.
We put a lot of work in. So the knife, it's a brand. So there's a difference between, actually it's a micro brand. So a household name is a brand. Pretty much everything on Amazon prior to maybe 2 or 3 years ago was a micro brand. Now the big brands, the household names, are coming in.
Yeah.
Walmart is made up of brands. They're starting to get into micro brands. So I like going to a manufacturer who already makes a product. I can get them to custom make a product or build molds and, pay for the molds. But then I brand it. I go out, I find the packaging. I find, like for the knife, we changed it from just a clamshell packaging, which was horrible, to this really beautiful, it was the double package. So it was a rigid box with a magnetic clasp. The knife was put into, with a wax tip, into EVA foam, and you had to unveil it. So you had to open it up. It was either tissue or it was another piece of foam. And then even on the welcome message on the knife, plus a card. And also, we put in 2 cookbooks that we got from chefs around the world. And when you registered it, you got a 52-week meal plan. So the brand was every week, the person or people who buy the knife, even to this day, every week they receive an email from the brand. So we're trying to establish that. And by doing so, what ended up happening is we had a knife. Now we have 11 knives that make up this brand. So it allowed us, by going and working with the manufacturer in China, getting the boxes made by a package designer and shipping them to them. They packaged it for us for free. We were able to create the brand, trademark it here. I'm not sure if we did, but we should have trademarked it in China as well to protect the brand. I think did I answer that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I think it's kind of answered. So yeah, you can go both ways. It's how much, budget you have. If you don't have a big budget, test something, find the brand name, test it. And then when you feel comfortable, go and trademark and start working on, getting the right supplier. And there's really 2 ways you can go with starting private label.
Yeah. And by the way, I love buying Canadian or US made products. And one of the reasons, and I do a lot in beauty, it's because if I need it and I'm doing a short run, so let's say I have a scent that I'm just launching, I can do 96 units, test it out to see how fast it's moving, or I could buy 144. I'd probably buy 144, put it out there, just test the waters, see what kind of response I get. And then I can easily order 1,000 units and get it in 2 weeks into Amazon. So it's very quick turnaround. And it also helps with cash flow because I'm turning that inventory so quickly that I don't want to live dangerously. I always like to have, once I establish the turnaround, I always like to have around 2 months worth of inventory. And that helps out. It allows me to place a rush order if need be. But the worst thing you can do is get something that's going to take 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and you run out of inventory. And Amazon or Walmart doesn't like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of question about getting approval for different brands on Walmart. Somebody was asking specifically about Squishmallows. So Walmart slowly does start restricting some brands, but it's really like a tiny amount. You can still go and list almost everything. There is not a lot of brands that are restricted, but the easiest way to find out if it's restricted or not is kind of go to Walmart and see if there's a lot of sellers there or not. So if there is not, it's kind of, you should stop and say, oh, that's kind of weird, but why nobody's selling Starbucks, right? Because it is a restricted brand. So if you see there's a lot of people selling Squishmallows and Legos, and those people did get the approval. So it's very simple. You do need an invoice from wholesale. So usually Walmart will restrict you on some certain brand. Most of them are toys. Can be Barbie, can be Lego. Like I said, can be Squishmallows, LOL. That's very restricted. Just the toys, not the other stuff. You can still sell. I'm selling LOL clothing and stuff like that with no problem. So find a wholesaler, place an order, and submit the invoice. And they will ask you a bunch of questions. You need to answer them correctly, like questions like where you ship from, and like just like some basic question to understand, like if you know what you're doing, like to see if you're not just like drop shipping or something like that. Answer it correctly, and you should be fine.
All right. Next question. Let's see. We'll do one from Haven Finds. What is the best way to get to getting your product on the first page? How do you gain more and more reviews?
That is a really good question. So to get to the first, you know what I realized? I'm talking, I can talk about Walmart optimization for hours. I'm talking about it for years. Me and my team created like literally so far, like I cannot say, like thousands of listings on Walmart. And what I understand is that Walmart algorithm is extremely smart and extremely different than a lot of things. And something interesting I see a lot, and it didn't really click with me till actually recently, is that I will put a search term. For example, let's look for a specific supplement or something for the kitchen or knives or stuff like that. And then if I run the extension from Wallysmarter, what's really surprising? You see the first page, right? You put a search result, get a first page. That's where you want to be, and then you look at the quality of the listing, because Wallysmarter will show you like a face. It can be smiley or sad or whatever, red, and that's showing you the quality of the listing, and that's kind of what the algorithm is really picking, and it's going to show you the sales volume. And you know what I saw? Something so interesting. And I see it all over, like I see it all the time, but I never really stopped to think about it. A lot of people, they have a lot of sales, they're actually in the bottom. And you would say, this guy have the most sales on that product. Why is he in the bottom? Because he doesn't have WFS, because his listing is not good. He doesn't have enough images. He's not optimized. So the algorithm want to give the customer the best experience. So he will show him items first that are kind of following the guidelines. There's a lot of images. The images are good quality. The content is good. The listing score is good. And you will see that so clear. And it just something I just understand this week, even though I know that the algorithm is looking at the quality of the listing. So to answer your question, you need to invest in your listing, the content. And content, when I'm saying, it's like knowing your keywords, knowing your competition keywords, and using those in your description. Your description need to be high quality. Your key features, it's need to be, not like something that feels like a ChatGPT wrote it. Because what happened with ChatGPT is it can do good work, but it's writing it sometimes. I would call it like too sophisticated. It's like words like what does that mean, right? Did it happen to you? No.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't understand those, like what I never heard that word. It sounds so. When you write content for e-commerce, you have to write it and ask if you do use ChatGPT or you write it yourself. Like fifth grade need to understand that. It have to be very simple to understand. And guess what? When you something that I really love, that the listing tool, if your content is like that, it's gonna tell you that you need to have your content adjust to more. I don't know how they said, but like it's like more something that people can understand, right? There is a specific thing he said, I forgot, but that's really the secret. And images, a lot of images, and you need to build your images in the right way. That's another thing that we know, but a lot of sellers don't really pay attention. You have to put what is the first image, the second. There is a lot of people are 70% of people make their buying decision from the images. So
Michal,
take the time. Yeah.
Just 1 second. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have a call in like 30 seconds. So,
Okay, so
I'm going to
go.
leave you and you
Go.
can answer these other questions. By the way, everybody, I think today's Q&A was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
There was tons of questions,
I love
tons of interaction. So thank you for that. And we will see. Well, I will see you later.
All right.
Okay. Bye, Michal.
So talking about the images, make sure you kind of take the time and learn. There's so many good videos and articles that explain to you, the psychology of the customer. So how the images need to look like. Images that expand the size of the product, how you use it, and things like that are extremely important. So again, today, right now, you can add video to your Walmart listing. So again, listing they have video will get better ranking. Listing they have WFS will get better ranking. Reviews, again, you don't have to have 1,000 reviews, but as long as you have at least 10 reviews, you will get better rankings. So if you combine all those together, you will get to the first page in no time.
Okay, we don't have Norm with us anymore, but we have this question from Jewel. What would you say are the products we should sell on Walmart Business and the products we should not sell?
Oh, good question, Joel. So I was saying in the beginning when we talked about Walmart Business, you really need to think about which customers are coming to Walmart Business. So which companies, if it's, like I say, it can be schools, it can be hospitals, and big companies that, they need supply, like offices. A lot of company have big offices that they need all the time. They need, papers, they need pens, they need even things like, tissues, boxes, and gloves and things like that. So as long as you know who's those customers that come in to buy at Walmart Business, it will be easier to find the right product to sell to them.
All right. Next question from Amanda. Do you guys do a lot of Amazon to Walmart?
So again, we don't do we don't do RA, me and Norm, but many people do, and do it very successfully. If you dare doing Amazon to Walmart, please do not ship your order from Amazon to your Walmart customers, because that's how you get your account terminated for good. So please do not do that. You can order the items to your, wherever your house, warehouse, and then resell them. So yeah, some people, again, they do it successfully. Again, just be careful doing that.
Okay, we have a couple questions left. Do you have a repricer you use for both Amazon and Walmart?
I think there are repricer for both, but I'm not sure because I didn't use them, so I cannot tell you. There is a repricer for Walmart. If I'm not wrong, the name is Informer. We can put the links under your question later. But again, in your Walmart account, there is a repricer. So if you want to try it out, I would say give it a try. But of course, tools are better because you can build your own strategies for the pricing. So again, I'm not really big on using repricer.
Okay, and from Amanda, do you guys have products that sell better on Amazon and not on Walmart?
That sell better on Amazon, and yeah, I think probably 90% of the items are selling better on Amazon than Walmart. But again, there is items that are selling very well on Walmart. And again, you can go to Wallysmarter and you can see the sales volume for items. So this tool is really great to kind of give you a kind of insight on what's selling on Walmart.
Okay, and our last question from Haven finds, out of all the categories on Walmart, what would be most profitable and easiest wholesaler like Alibaba to find accurate products like the actual listing?
I think home, everything for the house, kitchen, things like that. Those categories are very easy. It's not, again, I think that, let's say, for example, let's pick an item. Let's say you're selling a like organizer for the fridge, right? And those little plastic things that people put them in the fridge to put their things, or a specific can organizer, right? Those stuff are literally on fire. Everybody becomes so organized lately, since all people, on Instagram and stuff, showing them all these cool products, how to organize your kitchen and organize your pantry. So this thing is getting very, very popular. So if you go and you see that those items are selling very, very well, it's basic items. You can buy it from Alibaba. You can put it on Walmart. Again, your advantage is to make your listing better than all your competition. So again, a lot of things like that. I would say specific, like for home, for baking, for cooking, for grilling, for items that are not. There are a lot of people selling the same item or very similar items, so you're not gonna get in trouble with branding issues or IP claims or things like that. And again, be very careful, because a lot of times somebody will patent something and still somebody will sell it on Alibaba and you will get in trouble. So always do your research before you sell anything and make sure this item is not, selling by a big brand or have some kind of patents on it.
And the last question from Michal. How do people contact you?
Okay, great question. Thank you, Nathan. So the easiest way, you can find me in LinkedIn. You can find me right here in the Facebook group, or you can just email me at Michal at ecreativeteam.com. And again, if you guys need any help with suspension, listing, we always love to offer free audit and an action plan. So if you have listings on Walmart and you would like to get my feedback, it's absolutely free. Just submit, go to our website and you can find the form and just submit it, and we'll be happy to give you an audit, tell you exactly what you can do in your listing to make it much better and get more traffic.
All right, that's it. We did it.
All right, thank you guys. Next week, again, we have great, amazing guest, a dear friend, And we're going to talk about, again, branding and developing, and it's going to be so interesting with Isabella Rich. So make sure you join our podcast next Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We see you there. Thank you, Kelsey, and see you guys soon.